Hi, this is Madeleine Holly-Rosing from Boston Metaphysical Society, and you're watching Launch Your Universe.
Hey, it's you. You're still here. You've been waiting a long time. Thanks for coming back. I've had to hack into my own content stream. It's time to ignite my own flame again. There's so much I need to do and say and share. And I wasn't going to start it here, but time caught up with me. What happened was the video and the podcast. Yes, there's a podcast. They were both in a queue, and then some things happened and I had to shift episodes around. I'll explain more, but first, let me bring these systems back online. Phew, sure glad it's you. That probe droid couldn't be trusted near that red button, but I know I can trust you not to press it. Today, we'll be talking about updates to Animus. Yes, I still need to address failure to launch soon, but right now, I'm too busy launching. The full-length world-building episode with hand sketches is also on its way, don't worry. And today's episode got pushed ahead because I wanted to help Madeleine out with her Kickstarter. Having other people around helps get you on your feet and helps keep you going. Time to ignite again.
Launch Your Universe is for world builders and storytellers. Write, make comics, films, games, or all of the above and more. Or just want to. Now here's your host, Joe Kawano.
I had the chance to interview Madeleine several weeks ago, running a Kickstarter for the 5th chapter of the Boston Metaphysical Society webcomic. Madeleine Holly-Rosing's Boston Metaphysical Society is set in the 1800s and features a young woman, Caitlin O'Sullivan, trying to find a job. An interesting turn of events has her joining a group of supernaturalists, or ghost hunters. In this week's episode, we're going to talk about Madeleine's process. Some thoughts on Madeleine's process. 1. She takes writing comics concisely, valuing the compactness of information conveyed in each panel, making sure to use all the information she can. Number 2, she advises that you give yourself permission to write badly. So many things can be worked out between a first and second draft. Number 3, she makes sure to know where her story is going first, especially when page counts are tight, but recommends a loose outline so you have room to explore new ideas. A couple of things I liked about Boston Metaphysical Society. Despite this being steampunk, people actually seem to talk a lot like they did in times past. Madeleine seems to really pull off the dialogue. I've always felt that modern people can't seem to quite think outside of their own modern system of values. A lot of quasi-medieval fantasy and historical stories I see written today seem to really make the characters seem like they can just sit around and play video games all day, who have the luxury of getting bored by things and desensitized by life, rather than have to work hard just to survive. I have so much more to say about this topic, but let me just move on. 2. Speaking of hard work, the main character, Caitlin, is instantly sympathetic to me. She starts out bedraggled, and in a situation we can all relate to, having to find a job. She's treated unfairly, becomes an underdog, which is another thing that makes us root for her. And she's got a skill, which she works hard at and is quite good at it. All of these things really help her be a likable character. Number 3, Madeleine took the time to assemble a great team. Everything is together and looks professional in the webcomic, which is partly why she's running a Kickstarter campaign right now. As an artist myself, I can really appreciate that. 3 things I learned from Madeleine Holly-Rosing. Creative people, and others, have your own interests as distinct from those of your life partner. Rather than taking away from one another, distinct interests become something you can give to one another. Number 2, be a good time manager. Madeleine tries to make time to get done what she loves, even if she had to put off writing to finish the Kickstarter. You can reach her on social media, but she makes sure not to spend too much time just talking. However, when it came time to do the interview, she made sure we had more than enough time for the interview, even giving extra time when technical challenges came up. Number 3, you can run a successful Kickstarter campaign. She's done 2 or 3 already. Timing is, in fact, everything. She asked me to wait to do this interview until the timing was right and the exposure would help her with her crowdfunding. Regarding timing, she's commented that late summer and the winter holidays are bad times to do crowdfunding. If you like learning things like this, please give this video a thumbs up with the like button. Now, you're probably wondering what's new with Animus. Next week, we'll have an update on the Rites of Passage web series, and in the meantime, I have created a playable prototype of the Animus card game that goes with the Rites of Passage web series. It features characters from the show who form teams to survive while vying for resources, fighting, spying, and having some negotiation. The goal would be to use the resources of wood, bread, and mushroom, actually a textile on the local bone, to create various targets, such as a catapult, a sea vessel, or an airship. I'd like some people to play the game with me, to help me continue testing. It can be played online, or if you're in the Toronto or West Michigan area, possibly in person. Please leave me a message in the comments if you're interested.